Right. Okay, so like I saw your on that trade on Twitter, and because of what we're trying to do, to enlighten the public, those who are asking questions. The last what do you call it? The last poll they did had like 35% of the people, the respondents, saying that they were not decided. And the purpose of this is to get those who are undecided to decide.
Joining the team, yes.
Based on the stellar performance of Pio while he was in office. So they go and verify website, goandverify.com, is to accumulate this. There are a lot of information on the cyberspace, on Twitter, everywhere, but you cannot see them in one place. But with the from all the testimonies will be in one place. You can actually go in there and then look for whatever you want, and it'll be easier.
I like the idea.
So when we finish this, I'm going to upload whatever you've done on YouTube, and then I send it there. So I will send you the link for you to have a look yourself, because the person that built the website made it possible for YouTube videos only. So that's the way it is. So this session basically maybe 5-10 minutes. It's not much, but if you're something that will last for up to 1 hour, I don't mind. All one is Peter Obi. What did he do? What do you experience? There's nothing scripted. So you're going to just tell us what you can remember. Do you understand? I started on that trade, so it was wonderful. So just start from wherever. If you forget something, you can go back and get there. So the floor is yours. Tell me.
All right, thank you, Mr. Kenneth.
Go ahead. Thank you.
Samuel Ikweze, from Ikusigo local government in Anambra State, Ihembos to be precise. I am 26 years old.
Okay.
And I can remember, one of the things I remember about Peter Obi was the way he fought to have his mandate back. Yeah. It's one of the most important thing I remember about him. It's among the earliest too, because I remember those days, the way it was in the news that he was going to do all those things. He was making an effort to see that the mandate got back to him. And when it got back to him, people were happy because people voted for him. One of the things this taught me is that leadership is not just about being in the position. It's about making sure that you understand that you owe people, you owe the people. So he was able to understand that the mandate we've given him was a debt. So, and he made effort to get it and use it. Back then, I was in primary school in his first tenure. I was in primary school. And I remember that the schools were nothing to write home about. Ngige, Chris Ngige was in charge from 2003 to 2006, and he was able to do roads, the road in our cycle before. So Chris was able to do some roads. But when Peter Obi came in, we started seeing development beyond roads. He gave attention to roads, but we saw development beyond roads. We were able to see that education is as important as roads. So you can do them simultaneously. You will not say, I will do roads, then somebody else will do education, or I'll work on education and neglect the roads. We saw that roads were important. Education was also important. So he went on to provide the schools from primary to secondary schools and even university, even though I didn't experience the university part of it, he went on to provide schools with what they needed, encourage students in the most perfect way. I made mention in the tweet that when I went to secondary school, it was before he came in and a little while he was in. When I went to primary school, I mean, it was before he came in and a little while he was in there. I went to a community primary school with just a singular functional building. By the time I finished in 2007 and left, it was just one building. But I came back to that school in 2010, and I saw that two buildings were in full use in the school. I don't know if you understand. It was so good to see that in that same school where we had only one building, we now had two buildings fully functional, equipped. And primary school pupils were given tablets to use. I was jealous. It was one of the things I was like, I felt jealous that I couldn't have in primary school. I don't know if you get, like, you go back to the place where
I'm also really jealous myself now.
Yeah, where things were not in place, and you go there and you see those things in place. Like, I don't know if they were used, but the fact that I saw them there showed me something. It showed that Peter Obi is someone who knows that the Nigerian child can have access or should have access to what other children elsewhere do have access to. So that's the first point. Then when I entered the secondary school, I went to a mission school. I went to seminary, and in that place I saw
Are you still there?
just
Hello.
a Catholic government. I don't know if you've come across it.
Oh yeah, and it's better this way. You're back. Hello, you're back. Hello, Samuel. Okay, it's trying to connect back. Hello. Yo. Okay, you can go ahead now. I think you're. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. The last thing I heard was that you went to seminary school.
Okay, yes. I went to seminary school, and it's there. People who are Catholic dignitaries do come around from time to time to show off, especially the ones in politics. I can tell you that for free. They do come around especially during occasions, they come around to show off, donate a thing or two, and let people see them in their pomp and all that. But for years, we kept on inviting people to come to our school and probably make donations and invariably show off. And Peter Obi did not honor the invitation.
Wow.
For the people at the head in the school then, I knew it. I knew they felt like Peter Obi was not caring, was a snob, and all that. Because I could remember hearing it in their voices and seeing it in the way they reacted to things concerning Mr. Peter Obi then. So, but Peter Obi surprised us. One afternoon, that we woke up from siesta and Peter Obi was in our school, unannounced.
Wow.
He avoided coming to the place where he was unannounced. While coming, he came with a Hyundai laptops. It turned out that the Hyundai bus was a personal gift he got from Hyundai company.
Wow.
So he decided not to give us something from the state bus. He decided not to give us make a donation from the state bus from his capacity as a governor. Rather, he came to us on his capacity as an individual. So he came to us and gave us that bus. It was the first time I saw him because I got very close to him and I was able to see this man. Throughout the time, I was imagining the kind of governor that will come to your school without sirens, the kind of governor that will come without normal security and entourage. I've never experienced that before. Ones that are as little as local government chairmen. I remember seeing them with so many security personnel, and I remember seeing them with a lot of entourage, like a lot of people accompanying them to simple occasions that they could just go. So Peter Obi struck me as someone that is not a showman. Then he still went on to buy buses, like commission Innocent to produce this and give to secondary schools secondary schools. Also, he got laptops and Wi-Fi, and he powered the Wi-Fi with solar panels, and he gave them all to secondary schools. I experienced this once, and I was exposed early. Do you understand me?
I get what you're talking about. Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Was instrumental to my. All right. He was interested. He was instrumental to my being interested in tech, and I look at my life today, and then I remember that if I didn't have access to laptop as a child, and my parents also helped because subsequently they bought us desktop in the house. But that access that I had in school was more instrumental to my becoming, very interested in technology. Education of the Nigerian child. He wants to see the Nigerian child grow to the point where he or she, or where they can compete with their colleagues or their with their age mates in every other good country. And this is something we are looking out for in leadership. We want to see a leader who invests in the children. We want to see a leader who is a leader who knows how to use to buy vehicles from, and they were produced, and he used the production from Innocent to, and this these are the things that we don't have in other candidates. I don't know if this is enough, but
it is very, very much enough. Very much enough. Thank you very much. The only problem we
these
have,
things are very important. Thank you so much.
What you've mentioned, the things you brought out are very, very, very important. You understand? These are the attributes you're looking for in a leader. These are the things you look for in a leader. And the reason why I'm going to post this video the way it is, I won't even do any editing. Whoever wants to listen will listen and watch, because they will see that you were basically remembering what transpired and was mass information. There's nothing scripted. That this is purely based on your experience as a child and then as a secondary school student and all that. Thank you very much. I appreciate this. This is our little contribution towards making a new Nigeria, which the Nigeria of our dream, the giant of Africa. And let's continue doing the best we can. Definitely 2023 will be the liberation of the common man in Nigeria. Thank you, Samuel. Have a nice
Thank you, Mr. Kenneth.
Bye.
Bye, Mr. Kenneth.